The first time Trump appeared in South Park was in Season 5, Episode 11 called Entity. Here he appears as himself when Mr. Garrison invented a new transport vehicle because for once in his life he was tired of getting screwed by airliners. So Trump made a visit with other billionaires just to seek investments into this invention. And from there, well, it all exploded because, let's be honest, since then a lot has changed. The character itself has changed 3 times. And the character we currently see in the Season 27 might not be what it appears to be. I'll explain that later. One thing is for sure, for every appearance he makes, it just gets wilder and wilder, so stick to the very end. So let's rewind to Season 19, where it all began. In the episode,
Where my country gone?
Now technically, this isn't Trump himself, it's Mr. Garrison stepping into the role. But the timing was brutal. This was in 2015, right when Trump's real campaign was heating up. South Park instantly realized that they had found comedic gold, so they didn't waste a second to parody him. In the episode, Garrison has had enough of illegal immigration, and from where? Canada, of course.
Crossing the border with their dirty families, playing their stupid music. I mean, look at them.
And his solution? Build a giant wall across the Canadian border. And just like Trump, he makes the most outrageous statement possible. And instead of being questioned, well, his followers just blindly cheers even louder.
I'm suggesting we round them all up, pull down their pants, and them until their spirits leave their bodies.
It's the perfect satire of how Trump turned shock value into political fuel. The more offensive, the better the reaction, which is something South Park mastered since their inception. Because the wildest part of this episode isn't even Mr. Garrison, it's actually the Canadian president, who is literally a parody of Trump himself. And in true South Park fashion, the Canadians admit that they only voted for him as a joke.
Ever be president? It was a joke. But we just let the joke go on for too long. Okay, let's get serious now. Who should really be president? He was already being spawned into office.
They thought it was funny. They didn't think he'd actually win. And then one day, well, he was in office. And yeah, that aged like milk, because I think that happened to a lot of Americans as well when it comes to Trump. Fast forward to Season 20, and Trump, he's no longer just a background parody. Well, he's center stage through Mr. Garrison's full transformation into Trump. In the episode 5, Douche and Danish, Garrison has completely embraced the role. He's orange, he's leaning into every single of Trump's mannerisms, and at this point, South Park wasn't even being subtle. It was straight up Garrison as Trump. In the episode, Garrison rallies his base by saying more and more outrageous things.
I should not be president. Okay? I will this country up beyond repair. I'm a sick, angry little man.
But the genius of the satire is that no matter how insane or offensive he gets, his supporters just love him even more.
I am not a good person, period. Finally, someone who doesn't talk like a politician.
They're displaying how he says literally the opposite of what should get you elected, and only by the stupidity of his opponents who only prepared for a normal scripted debate.
Whatever he says, just respond with, my opponent is a liar and he cannot be trusted.
Well, it works.
She's actually capable of running this country. Probably.
My opponent is a liar and cannot be trusted.
Oh, why the did it have to be her?
By the end of the episode, Trump has gone from being a complete joke candidate to a genuine threat. The show is saying out loud what most people were afraid to admit in 2016, that if you keep laughing at the jokes without taking it seriously, well, that joke might just end up in the White House. And oh boy did that happen, because in Season 20, Episode 8 called Members Only, the Trump parody is no longer just an idea. Garrison is fully transformed like a Sith Lord Darth Vader into his mask. This is the episode where South Park really digs into the fear of what a Trump presidency could look like. He's seen back in South Park hunting down those who crossed him in the past.
You remember the day you fired me, PC principal?
Sorry that your position here at the school was terminated.
Are you really? Are you really sorry?
Like a mafia boss with unlimited power, which is a direct reference to his promises of punishing his enemies.
What about Eduardo Hernandez? Was Eduardo who told me I couldn't double bag my groceries.
He's seen excited to grab all the power of the White House like a kid in a candy store. But when the real stress of the presidency is introduced, well,
why are you asking me?
he's portrayed as a kid, but with the keys to a nuclear facility.
We need you at the Pentagon. It's a matter of national security. Oh, really? I'm kind of busy right now.
In the following season 21, episode 10 called Splatty Tomato, he is back.
Hey! How are my approval ratings?
And this time as a full-blown movie monster parody. South Park leans hard into the horror tropes, framing him as a deranged creature roaming the woods of South Park, obsessed with getting approval ratings.
Hey! How are my approval ratings?
Politically, it's a jab at how unhinged the presidency had become by 2017. Instead of showing him in the White House making important decisions, well, South Park depicts Trump as a feral, unstable figure hiding in the wilderness. A metaphor for chaos ruling in the shadows. The parody also mirrors real-world headlines of Trump's behavior, alienating allies and tearing apart institutions. In the episode, we see townspeople who are terrified of him, while others are caught trying to help him out in the dark. The only thing they can agree on is that they don't know what to do about the situation.
What are you doing, Bob? Ah!
Which I find to be a hilarious depiction of what really happened back then. We saw good friends and even families getting torn apart because of the political division between the left and the right has become so far that while some people were fearing a monster in the making, others were secretly doing everything in their power to help it rise. The first of many attempts trying to catch him is with a fox trap. Yes, a Fox News trap.
Fox News? They'll listen to me.
Because we know he can't resist talking to Fox News. By help from his loyal supporters, he avoids the trap but eventually gets dragged into town. It eventually leads to a big argument about what to do with the situation, but nobody can agree on anything. This leads us to season 23, episode 6, titled Season Finale, which is funny because it's not the final episode of the season, but it was originally aired on November 2019 as a farewell episode to the president before leaving office.
I'd like to... Would you please get the f*** away from me?
First, they roast him for his ability to deflect difficult accusations.
Yeah, of course.
Well, did you then go on the attack and swap the accusations to make yourself a victim?
He used the method deny, attack, reverse victim, and offender and puts everything onto the questionnaire.
Deny what? Oh, jeez. Darvo, Randy. Deny, attack, reverse victim, and offender.
Which is literally the funniest kindergarten strategy. No, you. No, you. No, you. I love this episode. He is in his office eating pistachios and just watching 5 different TV screens of himself because he can't get enough of all the attention. And with him being the master of avoiding the law, he then helps Randy, who got in some trouble with his integrity, let's just say it like that. And of course, him and his lawyers gets him out because he knows how to run the courts, and that's basically how the season and this version of Trump ends. But as we all know, that's not where it stopped, because then came season 27. It's 2025 and Trump is back in office, and oh boy, South Park didn't waste a single second with getting back to mocking him. So let's dive into it, because this one gets wild. As our real life experiences with Trump had grown over the years, so has the balls of the creator of South Park, because they just didn't stop at calling him a horror movie monster, villain, mafia boss, vendetta, Darth Vader, crazy psycho anymore. He's now portrayed as something even worse, and there's actually 2 different conspiracies going on here. So before we dive into that, if you made it this far in the video, I assume that you are enjoying the content. So if you want to see more and to support me and my channel, I am just trying my best to reach 1,000 subscribers so I can do way more of these videos going forward. But without further ado, let's get into season 27 and Trump, who he truly is. Trump is back in office, and when the people of South Park hear the new policies, they kind of rally up and go to Mr. Garrison's house just to see what the heck is up. And to their surprise, well, they actually find Mr. Garrison and not Trump. So what the hell is up here?
If he's here, then who's the retarded faggot in the White House?
And then this brand new version of Trump is showcased to us. And he's not entirely new. I feel like we have seen this person somewhere before. In South Park, the movie, Saddam is seen living in hell after his execution. But instead of being punished by Satan, well, he becomes Satan's boyfriend. Not just any boyfriend. He's manipulative, he's loud, he's arrogant, selfish, and constantly belittling Satan. Does this ring a bell? Because in the very first episode of season 27, we see this clip of Trump snuggling with Satan. Do you see the comparison here? So the first reactions to this was that this is actually Saddam hidden as Trump just to get another shot with Satan, which is kind of a fun conspiracy.
What are you, some kind of dictator from the Middle East?
A dictator from the Middle East? Hey, relax, guy.
Another explanation is that this is Trump, but it could just as much be Saddam Hussein, who was this evil dictator ruling Iraq. And now Trump is basically doing the same, so you can have the same character with two different faces, but they're both the same.
You remind me more and more of this other guy I used to date. Like, a lot. Like, you guys are exactly alike.
This is the first jab at Trump in the new season, but of course it doesn't stop there. Why hint at him being some evil dictator from another country when you can literally say that he is f***ing Satan? He's not only dating Satan, he's not only having love with Satan, no, he is f***ing Satan. They have attacked his manhood by acting very needy and shown with a very small manhood. Washington DC is now a militarized war zone, and we even see tanks that look a lot like Russian tanks. Just a hint at he is becoming some dictatorial Putin-like leader. So there's been a lot in the season so far, and I think there will be way more to come, because Trump made the mistake of making fun of South Park, calling them irrelevant. And when there's something you cannot do is to call South Park irrelevant, because what they will do is that they will convince you that, oh boy, they are still relevant. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments down below if you enjoyed the video, and if you have any ideas for future videos, let me know. That is what we have so far with the Trump saga, and I'm excited to see what will bring us next. So see you next time.
You sons of bitches! Those are my Mexicans!